The sunflower is the national flower of Ukraine, and it seems appropriate that we embellish ours with the blue and yellow of the Ukraine flag. I'm using 6-stranded DMC cotton, and we're going to start with the petals in the yellow. We're going to be using 3 strands, and I'm sure you know, but to extract a strand, take it from the top and just pull and it will come free. And then take another one and take a third one and then put them all together, and that means that will help your thread not to be twisted. This is one I did earlier. Okay, so I've put them all together, and doing that helps your thread not to twist quite so much. So I've started with a few stitches on the back, and we're just going to, with some of the petals, put a long straight stitch in. So it's very straightforward, and then I'm going to go back a little bit further down and angle it a little bit. These are really to signify the creases in the petal, I suppose. And then go back the other way. And now what you should do is to go back to this line here at the back, run your thread across the stitching and come up again here. So ignore this one here at the back. And you can do them as long or as short as you wish. If you want them to be less prominent, just use less strands of thread, so 1 or 2. So I would run my thread through at the back. This petal here, I've just put 2 in. You could sneak a third one in there. I'll see what I think later. I have put another one in just here, but you could have left it at 2. So now we're going to add, while we've got the yellow, some French knots in the centre in yellow. And I'm using 1 strand here with my crewel needle. So I've started with a few stitches on the back, and you're just trying to come up in the middle of the French knot, so not in the middle of the knot itself, but in between the French knots that you've made. So do 1 wrap, so just round the needle once and literally down straight into the fabric. And try not to pull it too tight or it'll disappear. And these can be done randomly in the centre. If you want them to be more prominent, then do more wraps or use more strands. I'm going to take a step back now and have a look at that, but that's probably enough. We're going to add a little bit of blue now. With the blue, again, I'm using one strand, and I'm going to suggest that you do less in blue and maybe just in a smaller area. So it's just a bit of highlighting really, but they'll show up more than the yellow ones. So let's see how this comes out. Maybe even that's enough. I'm going to leave it there and see how I feel about it. And maybe just one more. And then I'll put some more in later if I think it's necessary. And now we're going to finally decorate some of the petals with a little bit of blue as well. So for some of the petals, particularly the ones behind, you could just do, again with one strand, 2 or 3 straight stitches. I'm doing 3, I think. Like that, and it just indicates perhaps a bit of shadow. You'll need to finish off on the back on the white and then start the next one. So I'll just do that and start another one. So I'm going to do this one. And they're very random stitches. You might think of other ideas. And then I think I'm going to do one more on this petal here. Okay, so we can always add more if we feel it's necessary at the end. And I'll look forward to seeing your embellishments. So I'm hoping that you'll come up with something nice and creative as well. Now you can work the other sunflower in exactly the same way. I'm going to do that now, or you can join me for the next video when we're going to do the stems.